Welcome, Bob Burdican with New Wave Therapy. This is the second video in a two-part series discussing scar management, and in this video we're going to get into greater depth as to how scar tissue management is done and how it pertains more to practitioners. In the first video we discussed the basics of scars and their management. We will now go into a much greater depth of understanding how scars can affect the body, as well as the body's ability to create additional problems within the human body. To be able to understand how scars can affect the overall health, we must first briefly discuss the anatomic nervous system, and even before explaining how scars can affect it. So let's start with the anatomic nervous system. Now that's a system that consists of two distinct parts, and they work in balanced coordination with each other. One half of the anatomic nervous system is the sympathetic nervous system, and the other half is the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, these two branches of the anatomic nervous system, well, they have to be in sync with each other so that you can keep the fight or flight reflex in check. And it's the sympathetic nervous system that is affected the most by scar tissue. And, well, it consists of many peripheral fibers, with about 80% of those fibers being embedded into the various layers of the skin, creating a coordinated flow of electrical nerve energy along the surface of the body through these peripheral sympathetic fibers. The one problem that these fibers face is scar tissue. And since they're considered to be a major stressor or restrictor, due to their negative effect upon the energy flow through these peripheral nerve fibers, methods to neutralize active scars have included the topical application of organic wheat germ oil, or even the use of red light therapy upon the area of the scar. Now, the combination of both red light therapy and the topical use of organic wheat germ oil has become the more effective protocol in deactivating scar tissue. And an integral part of evaluation of your clients for your health improvement program is to assess for any disruption of energy due to the results of scar tissue. Now remember that any scar tissue can be extremely disruptive if the scar tissue lies next to or on top of a meridian. And each meridian has a specific job to accomplish as it relates to the organ system that it's named after. But they all have a secondary task to perform and to accomplish. And that's to act as an energy supply system to specific points throughout the entire body. Now, our main concern of a meridian when we're dealing with scar tissue is the bladder meridian, since it's the one meridian all other meridians they either tie into or pull from. However, as an energy system, the bladder meridian is intimately related to the anatomic nervous system. That is because the bladder meridian, well, it runs along the back of the body. It starts at the eyes and goes all the way to the little toes, with parallel branches running along each side of the spine, which directly influences both the sympathetic and the parasympathetic branches of the anatomic nervous system, which directly relates to the fight or flight response, and in turn has a very heavy influence on all of the body's vital functions. Again, by crossing or lying along the course of a meridian, scar tissue will greatly impact the overall energy flow through a specific meridian. And even small scars, especially ones located on or near the midsection of the body, can offer roadblocks on your testing results. Such things as C-section, circumcision, vasectomy scars, and even the navel itself are examples of scars in the midsection that cross the midline of the body. This is why keeping meridians open and working at their maximum potential is so important. This too will relate to your ability to control the roadblocks created by scar tissue. For if it's left untreated, scar tissue will create the greatest stumbling block that will have a direct effect on your career in helping people. Now, holes in the body will behave as scar tissue if they're contained along the midline of the body as well. These are such as nose rings, pierced navels, tongue rings. All piercings need to be treated and considered a scar. Remember, the body treats everything such as this as an injury. Pierced ears can also have a very strong effect on the meridian system, since the ear itself is a microcosm of the body, and it's hard to have an ear piercing that does not affect some point along the entire meridian system. Now, worth also noting are tattoos, stretch marks, and burns. The body also refers to these items as injuries. Now, in your office, you need to test to see which scars your clients may have that are interfering with their body's ability to function at its greatest ability and heal optimally. But getting back to the protocol for scar tissue, your clients need to rub the scar with organic wheat germ oil once or twice a day. This usually lasts anywhere from 30 to 90 days. Now, and then the use of both red light therapy and the application of topical organic wheat germ oil will start the process of restoring the natural ionic function to the scar tissue and allow for greater energy flow through the affected meridian system at a much faster rate. And the use of red light therapy emits a powerful red light that starts the process of reduction of fibrous tissue and replaces it with healthy tissue. Initially, clients will notice a softening of the scar tissue. Secondly, they will then notice that the scar tissue will flatten and start to widen. This is the normal sequence in scar tissue reduction. Now, with several more sessions, the flat and widened scar tissue will become thinner and will remain flat. All of this will be accomplished through the red light therapy, starting the process of generating collagen and sending it to the affected area, initializing the process of softening the scar tissue and generating quality tissue to replace the old. The red light penetrates human tissue superficially, and about 80% of the total energy being created is absorbed into the first 2 centimeters of the skin. So it'll have a direct effect on any surface scar tissue. And red light energy has a significant effect on mitochondrial stimulation, which increases the production of ATP, and in turn boosts fibroblast activity. All of this leads to an increase in cellular turnover, superficial circulation, and anti-inflammatory emissions. Now, I promote red light therapy because it works. It helps people in many different ways, and its use on scar tissue is just one of the many different ways that you can become irreplaceable to your clients. Now, this is a necessary tool whenever you are working with clients, well, the ones that are looking for what they've not been able to receive from conventional medicine. After all, isn't that one of the main reasons that they first came to you? Now, becoming proficient in light therapy and making it readily available to your clients, both in your clinic and in their homes, will put you head and shoulders above any other practitioner that you will ever come in contact with. Believe me, your clients will thank you for making that choice available to them. Now, we are constantly watching for and sharing information with all the members that follow along with New Wave Therapy YouTube channel. So, if you haven't already done so, now is the time to do just that. And I want to thank you for spending your time with me today and look forward to seeing you again soon.